All right, good morning. I think we're good. I think we're live. Okay. Uh where was I? All right. So, I've got a couple new ideas um that I kind of brainstormed after yesterday's stream sessions. Um and I'm trying to work through some of the mechanics right now just to be sure that I can do it cuz it won't work unless I can figure out these mechanics. So, I'm gonna start there, and I'm doing a little bit of research, and yeah, um, we'll see what I come up with. Um, right, yeah. Near player, and what we're gonna do is let's see if we can apply a force. Apply force to the player, and let's see if where did I put it? Not gonna do this. And we're not going to do this. Transform. Let's do transform origin minus body hit origin. I think that's what I want to do. And then we'll just do like 10, I don't know, or 100. I think that's the correct way to do that. Hey, what's going on? What is going on? All right. Still getting going. Just started drinking some coffee, so we'll see. Yeah, all right. So we got an bad exception. What are you complaining about? Oh, cannot convert 2 from int to vector 3. What? Okay. Why is this being weird? A second ago. Let me do. Oh, you know what? I need to make sure that this is a player. So let's do if body hit is player, then let's try this again. Still don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, it's probably. I don't think you can apply a force. Let me try it. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Bummer. What can you apply a forces to? Is it just rigid bodies? Rigid body. Well, that's a bummer. How do you apply force to, let's see, 3D? Maybe, yeah, maybe just. I don't know, let's just try this. We don't have much time to screw around. Let's try this. Hmm. Am I ever gonna come back? I don't know where I'm at. I guess that was a lot of velocity. All right, so we're on the right track. Awesome. All right. Okay. That's all right. That's good enough for a game jam. Let's try something like 10. Probably need to throw a delta in there. Nice. Nice. All right, so I'm making like ignore the little yellow lines. I'm trying to make like a explosion. I need to make it so yeah, I'm basically hopping along using little explosions. It's gonna be like a mechanic in here. It's not gonna be exactly like this. It's just I'm experimenting. I gotta get rid of these ray casts. It's not really what it's kind of beautiful though. It's kind of a neat little mechanic. Just kind of float around. All right, and then just land. Nope. Go. All right, cool. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, the game dev it's really it's very it can be very rewarding. None of these things are going away. These should be queue freeing, but I think I oh, what was that? He's he's teleporting. I don't know what that is, but or he's getting sucked back in. Oh, maybe because I hit another one. Whatever. All right. So that mechanic should work. But let's make it on a timer so that I don't know what is it? Await get tree. I'm gonna try to remember off the top of my head. Timer? Or is it create timer? I don't know. I always forget. I got it somewhere else. Get tree, create timer. I was actually very close. Let's wait like a half a second and then timeout. Then take the I wasn't close. All right, and then we're gonna take the location. So it's gonna the object's gonna collide with us, and then wherever it ends up a half a second later, that's where the force should take us. So let's try it. My math is bad. It's bringing us in, which probably means I need to reverse these. I think. Man. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. So, oh, because I re-entered it. All right, so we need to. I guess the mechanic eventually. That's pretty cool. It's like I'm able to jump up it because it's giving me a repellent force. Um, that's really neat. Um, I mean, you can just hack something together, hack some mechanics together, and make something, you know, out of nothing, just with some mechanics. Anyways, so I think that force needs to be a little bit, I think at that point it needs to be a little stronger. Yeah, like that. Maybe not that. Maybe not that much. Let's do like 35. And we'll try that. All right, so here's the real test. All right, so that's single player. It needs to work in multiplayer. So let's do a multiplayer setup and see if I can throw the ball. Oh, it worked. Oh, yes. Awesome. All right. Awesome. All right. So I need to ignore the current guy. Man, he launched. He's going to launch again if I get near him. Let me see. Let's use this guy. Yeah, did you see that? He was launched as well. So there's a, here, let me run back over. Oh, there's a thing in the way. I have to avoid that. All right, so I'm going to stick this guy up here. And let's see if I can knock him off. Where is he? He's right there. Okay, so that guy should be knocked off in about half a second. Yeah, yep. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so the idea, guys, is if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, the ground is going to be lava. So if you touch the ground, I'm currently operating that it's going to kill you. So I'm going to have these defensive or offensive, depending on, I guess, if you want to launch yourself. Like if you need to save yourself, you can potentially like jump backwards and then it'll launch you somewhere. I gotta adjust the mechanics of that. So that could be a defensive mechanism. So let's see if I can do that. If I want to jump back on this platform behind me, can I do that? Okay, well, it got a little away from me, but yeah, I guess you could do that. Nice. There, so if the water level was about to get me and I did that in an emergency, I'd be able to get launched back and get to safety. So that's the defensive mechanism. And then the offensive one is what we just looked at a second ago, where I want to hit the other player away to like, you know, launch them into the water. All right, so those are some game mechanics in work. I don't know if a half a second is long enough. Maybe I can have a shorter spell. Yeah, here I have a short throw, which will have a different length, right? It's gonna have a different, and then a long throw, which is for like more offensive. Can't spell. Defense. I'm just gonna let autocorrect take over. Cool. So that means I'm gonna have to create another spell, but I'm not gonna do that now. We're gonna just do that later. And let me up the time on this a little bit. I guess I don't need all this target to track stuff that I was playing around with. Let's just do a second. Make sure it's afloat. And let's see. It's really powerful. It's a little bit more powerful than I'm anticipating. I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe it's because the vector. Yeah, I think maybe I need to cap it at something. Yeah, let me normalize it. Yeah, so this is, yeah, right now this is going to be variable. If I normalize this, then I'll be able to come up with a much more accurate offset here. Yeah, like this is totally, Yeah, this is totally going to, it's probably not gonna, it's gonna be different. Yeah, but it's gonna be more predictable. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me try it on the other one. Yeah, that way we have a consistent normalized vector, and then we can just apply whatever uh, size force we want to do to it. At least that's the idea. Is it working the same on this one? Can I run into his? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. Let me get rid of those ray casts. I don't think I need the ray casts anymore. Hopefully I don't need that again. Get force vector. Yeah, we're not gonna use that. And I'm gonna just say, I don't know what to call those things. What was I called? Spike. I better just call it spell 1 just to be consistent near player. And just so I can debug that later on. And we'll also, we'll do const action time or force time delay. And we'll just set it to 1. Where did I have it? Right there. All right. Cool. Okay. So I think we'll just start there. I'm gonna up this to, oh, let's add another one for that. Force spike spell. Let's do spell force, because I'm just naming this spell whatever. I don't want to get bogged down in that, and then I don't think I need that to be a float. So let's do 40, or let's do 50, and then we'll just, so we don't have mystery numbers floating around. And I don't think I need that, and I don't think I need this anymore or that. Yeah, I don't need to use apply force anymore. All right, let's see. Yeah, all right, that's, I really like that amount. Yeah, see that little mechanic there? Hopefully I can make it consistent, or else, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a problem. But at least the jump mechanic allows you to kind of like float around in the air, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad. But if you made a mistake, like if you missed a jump, you can almost save yourself with that. And maybe these things cost energy, so you're not just blindly throwing them. I think I wrote that in the notes. Yeah. No, hold on. Bomb applies force. Bombs provide players can use defensively to propel self. Or yep, I got that. Steals their energy. So yeah, okay. So we could do energy siphon mechanic. And yeah, okay. I don't know. We'll see. But let me just play around with the other player really quick. Got a lot of work to do. Like that raycast tracking. See the other player's raycast? I've got it lined to the camera, but it's sourced out of the chest. Brilliant. Took me a long time to figure out. It's not that brilliant. I just, yeah, see, saved myself, got to safety, and then that one I died. So yeah, I think I'll have 2 different ones. One that have a short fuse, like a quarter-second fuse, because it's gonna have to travel over the network to tell the server. Oh, and by the way, this is all client author. server authority, so movement will be delayed, I think, once I get testing this. Once I get this in a dedicated server, so I might have to, that might have to come after the jam, but I don't know if I'll have time to adjust this to be full client authority. You know, it'll play nicer until I can get rollback stuff. But then what was my point? What was I making of that? I don't know what I was saying. But okay, so this is working a little bit, and I'm gonna, let's say, how did I handle this before? Where so we queue free this, but it doesn't look like it's working. Right? I don't think it was working. I think the bomb, oh, I let it on for a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's what happened. So this is the component. Who controls that again? Here. Okay. So I think time to live is either 3 seconds. What did I have this set at before? So there, okay, let's just try 3 seconds. And then we'll also kill it once we, and then it should queue. Yeah, cool. So then it goes away, and then it's not gonna, it won't affect us anymore. Awesome. All right. I think that's good. And we'll just start with 3 seconds, and we'll also get rid of it if we have a collision. I don't know how hard that's going to be, because this is the rigid body. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to make an adjustment here eventually that says when you first hit a player, don't hit them again. Yeah, like I even have a has hit thing here. Oh, I didn't apply the mechanism. Okay, so the mechanism here, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. So this, is it actually working? Here. No, it's not. Player. Oh, because it's not hitting the rigid body, it's not detecting that. It's just the area 3D. So in theory, this will never get hit. So I should move all that logic down here, so that I get my head around this. I think what we'll do is move has hit logic here, so we don't continuously re-hit player, reapply velocity, and then we also need to queue. Well, I guess queue free we can just wait. So let's just say also disable. No, at that point we won't have to do anything because it'll be yeah. At that point, I think we're good. No need to adjust anything else. Whatever. I don't know why I said all that, but so this currently, this won't be hit anymore as the rigid body. Is this what that is? Yeah. The rigid body collision shape is too small because it's hugging the inner part right there, this line right here. So it's not going to hit that anymore, as the rigid body is smaller than the area 3D. So we'll have to remove that eventually. But I'm going to leave it alone for now because we need to move on. And okay, so we have that mechanic – somewhat working, and Now, what else do we need to do? Let's get on the map. So I need to build out the map a little bit more, but I think I also want to work on the ground mechanics. So yesterday I was working on the ground, and this is actually a asset from Kenney, and it's this one right here. And I applied a custom, see, it doesn't have the yellow around the edges anymore. It's because I applied a custom color map to it. So that he said we could do that in the instructions. So I just created another color map for ground, and I just manually applied it to it. So now it looks like dark blue. So I think when we run this with the fog, I think I'm gonna have the game with some type of fog to make it a little bit more realistic or interesting. You know, it'll look like this. And I think I'm gonna have you go around and collect these little energy nodes. Is this the collision shape way out here? I was way off. Man, that's really forgiving. Need to fix that. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna have you charge up at these collision shapes. And sorry, I'm just having fun with this. See, that was too powerful, and I think because it multiple hit, but I don't see that it's multiple hit. Actually, let me make sure. Whatever, I don't care. So okay, so that looks good. And what I want to do is kind of copy this and just have several instances of this, but I want like a pillar in the middle that everybody's kind of racing towards, and the water level is going to keep rising and cutting everybody off. So you have this impending countdown, this impending doom. What do they call that in video game terminology? But yeah, the garbage compactor. So I guess my train of thought was I added I needed to use some water texture, so I added that there, and that's all the further I got with it. And I just put a static body on it so I can do collision detection. Or I'm sorry, an area 3D for that. But I had to use 2 collisions, which is a little weird. I couldn't think of another way to do that where you can walk on it at the same time. But maybe we won't have them walk on it. Maybe we'll just have them be stuck wherever they die. So eventually I could get rid of this collision shape and just have the area, and then just take off gravity off that player. So if they hit the ground, gravity is no longer applied. Yeah, I might do that later. But okay, so I want to do the water thing, which I think I have a script. I have a ground script, and I think it's gonna move the whole thing upward. I think I can do that. So let's just have some fun with this for a minute. And I think I want my Reddit, or my ready, my Reddit. So I think what we'll do is let's do position. Yeah, position plus equals. I have no idea what this is going to do. And oh, duh. No, and we'll just do 10. It's going to go really fast. So let me just lower this, and then we'll lerp this later. Lerp later, I guess. See if we can smooth it out. Is this going to work? Yeah, it worked immediately. That was kind of dumb. Yep. Let's times my delta. And see where that gets us. Oh, look how cool that looks. And I'm dead. It looks like water rising. That looks so nice. That's what I wanted. Awesome. Just, man. And the way I thought of this idea was I was sitting here in the last night after the stream, I was just sitting here playing around with this, asset here, and I was just kind of like moving it up and down. I was like, wait, that looks like water rising. And then that's when it hit me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a water rising scenario. And let's do this. Oh. So yeah, this is gonna be intense. That's really gonna be fun. We're gonna have some close calls. This is gonna be amazing. I'm really excited for it. All right, we need to really back down. So you're gonna have time. See, it is rising, but it's going slower. And then as you get more energy, right? So if I come over here and I'm like, okay, I need to charge up. So I'm charging 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Okay, I'm charged up. I need to get back because we're running out of time. And so I need to also figure out a way to do charge mechanics. And then each time you get energy, it's going to speed up the map. See if I can blast myself up. Nice. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. All right, and then see the water levels already up to the ladder here. Oh, that's so nice. All right, and then so okay, I don't know if I wrote that down under the requirements, where energy is going to speed up. Did I write water touched and water kills must charge up energy line? Yep, bomb propels. Yep. Cast X seconds may need to adjust water rise rate and charge point based on the amount of players. Of course, we're gonna put that down at the bottom. And what I also want to do is say that as players gain charge, water rate rises faster. So somehow I'm gonna need to track global. I guess I can make an autoloader or something to track global energy charge levels. Could do something like that. And let me run it again, see if I can. Yeah, so here's the water rate going up. Very slow, and this guy's gonna have to get out of the area. Oh, see, yep, this is the perfect mechanic. So I killed him, and if I had thrown it correctly or had used it correctly, I'd been able to save myself because it would have launched me out from that. Awesome. All right, so then he's dead because the water's caught up to him, and then yeah, awesome. Okay. All right, so now that I have that, I need to figure out, so that mechanic, I might have to make an autoloader that just monitors that. I'm gonna do the kill player on water touch later, or interaction with that. So I think now I need to do energy charge somehow. So that little, what was it? That little diamond over there. So I want to just wrap up the mechanics now, and then I'll circle back to finish out the level, because I can just plow through that. So this mechanic is going to be like a charge mechanic. So each player is going to have a little bit of, I guess I should probably write this down, so I can brainstorm it really quick. So each player, I should probably do it on stream. Let's open freeform. Get my game jam back open. There we go. All right. And this was my notes from yesterday. And I think I added a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I was brainstorming. I made all this last night after the stream, just kind of brainstorming ideas. And then I landed on this. So let's say over here, We'll just use this quadrant. Actually, let's go down. Let's work downward, top down. And let me see if I can draw on this. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that players will have an energy, energy level, right? And I think when they get to max, they win somehow. They still have to get to top level. I think I don't know if I wrote that. Do they have to? Players must reach. Yeah, here you go. Players must charge up energy along the way to top. You have enough on the way to the top. You have enough to breach barrier, final barrier. To have enough to breach final barrier. Whatever that is. So that's TBD. And so they're going to have energy. Max, sorry for the chicken scratch here, guys, but whatever. I can be writing on pen and paper, but I figured I should do it this way. A little bit more interactive. Okay, so they're going to get energy, and then there's going to be these diamonds. So I was calling them charge points, but that sounds like an EV thing. So I need to think of another fancy word like power core or something. Looking for name ideas, guys. So if you have any power core energy charge ideas or whatever, there's the diamond. And so this, you'll have to stand here. I guess once you collide with it, you have to stand there stand still for, I don't know, X seconds to get energy. And that's pretty much the mechanic. Pretty simple. But they're going to be in hard to get locations. So what does that mean? So I think putting it all together, these are going to be set in places that you have to get to quickly before the water level rises. So you might have to go way out here, and you can't just jump to the next area, right? You're gonna have to. Well, if you use the bomb mechanic, you could. So that's kind of like why I like that jump bomb spike mechanic. Otherwise, you'll have to just jump back and before the water gets you. So yeah, I think I'll have these lower. This probably makes sense to put this lower. Now that I just said that out loud, it actually makes a lot of sense to do that. So let me make this much smaller, much more difficult to get to. And would it be so cool to be able to, if like some of these energies, I want there to be like a plus side to the energy, but also a negative for the connection theme that I'm working with right now, so that everything you do influences and impacts everybody else. So that's speed up the water level, or maybe energy charging slows down the water level. I guess we'll have to just see how that plays out. But so I want you to be very encouraged to get these, because you need them to get the energy to finish the level, finish the match. But then what if we put them in areas where they're really difficult to get to, and you actually have to use your bomb mechanic to get out of there? Now, maybe there'll be, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll have some of these that are higher point. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Sorry, guys. I'm 2 steps ahead in my head. Let me just write it down before I forget. Okay. I'm going to just call them some charge power cores. Power cores will be worth more, and you could skip ahead if you use the bomb. I'm gonna say bomb jump mechanic to get back to safety. And I'm gonna demonstrate exactly what I mean by that. I'm gonna say power cores. instead of charge points. This isn't an EV. Although their EV connecting to a charge point is a connection, so I guess that could work. Okay, so what I'm going to say is you cannot jump back from here. You can't do that, but you can use your bomb to strategically do it. So this is like going to force players to decide, am I skilled enough to grab this and still get back to the mainland, or did I just, you know, risk versus reward, right? So let's see if I can demonstrate. I'm not very good with the mechanic yet because it's also not very reliable, but oh, damn it. So let's say I get over there. This is like a perfect scenario. I grab it really quick and I'm really good. So I throw the bomb and then boom, and it jumps me up and then I get back to safety. I mean, that was kind of a bad example because I hit the ground, but yeah, that's exactly the mechanic that I'm going for. So hopefully that landed well. Cool. All right. And I need more coffee. Okay, so I want to work on the charge thing. So I think what we'll do is, no, this isn't, this is the spike ball, right? No, this is the ground. There's no spike ball, so we don't need that. So we have a jewel. I don't think I made a scene out of the jewel. Let me just check. No, I didn't, but now we need to. Now that we're going to be using it, we need to make a scene for it. Yeah, I think I just put it here. Yeah, this is just a node. Okay, so let's make a jewel scene, and this is under pickups. Probably should call it something else. Oh, I do have a jewel scene. What am I talking about? Awesome. All right, so I got one, and we'll need a area 3D-ish, maybe, I think. And let's add a collision. And we're gonna do a sphere, and we'll leave it larger because I don't want that to be a big pain in the butt. So right, so now we need to do on body entered, and we need to stay there. So that means our script needs we need a script. So let's create a script. New script, jewel. I have no organization on my scripts for this, so hopefully I don't have to dig through it. And we'll say each jewel will be initialized individually, I guess. Yeah, so we're gonna export a energy level, and I don't know, we'll start at 1, I guess, and then we'll just be able to adjust that per jewel that we set on the map, right? So when we enter this area, so let's just do on body entered, and we're just going to go ahead and let them pick a function for us. And I really hate these comments. Let's just do player. Actually, we got to make sure it's a body. If body is player. Oh, we also have to have I don't really think we need to export this, but I need a better name for the jewel. Power core. What's the word for when something is run out? Like power core exhausted, power core spent. And we're gonna do set that to false. So if it's spent, so if you collide, if it's a player and the power core is, we'll write English. and not power core spent, and not core spent, and not core spent, and not whatever. Player charging. And we're going to put in the energy level, which is energy level. All right. So that should work when we collide with this. Okay, man, I don't know about that. Spiders crawling on your skin. Sounds like you might be using some herbal remedies. Let me jump over here and test the collision. Well, at least the collision worked. I don't know how to %S. There we go. All right. Get over here. And let me just make sure this is the collision is working. Yeah, so if I'm charging, so while I'm here, I'm not gonna let the player stress too much about standing still as long as they're in the charge area. So I also need to capture the player that's charging. What if 2 players get there at the same time? So I'm gonna need a multiplayer synchronizer. I'm just thinking ahead. So we're gonna add that because I know I'm gonna need that. And so we might need an array of players because multiple players. Well, if someone's already charging, no, I'm not gonna do that. If someone's already charging and another player goes to get it, they can't get it. Is that? I mean, the point would be they should throw a bomb at them and kick them out, and then they'll get it. Yeah. No, that's perfect. All right, I like that. So we'll say player charging, and that's going to be a player object. I think that's what I want to do. So if a player is charging, we'll set that player charging, and we'll set them to the body so that if somebody else comes in here, so if the body is a player and we haven't spent our core and we do not, and not player charging, then we can do that. So let's test that. Let's do a multiplayer test on that. All right, so we got our 2 guys. Should really change the spawn point when I'm debugging. Okay, so if let me just get him. Let me get the other guy over there. I'm gonna use my bomb strategy. Oh man, I gotta fix that. I need to have like a max velocity somehow because I don't have the energy to fix it. Okay, so if I'm getting exceptions hard. So if I go in here, what's happening? Oh, I created a what? I've never seen this before. I think I broke it with this multiplayer synchronizer. Anyways, well, the thing is gone and I lost my test because I got distracted by the error. Let me just remove this. But I am going to have to sync this stuff. I think we'll just change it to network ID just to make it easy because I won't be able to synchronize a player ID. And I hope that's not the problem. Hopefully I didn't break something. All right, so now I'm there. Cool. So now that I'm charging, I haven't created an on exit yet. We got to do on exit in a second. And this guy is hovering for some reason. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, the bomb hit him too. Okay. So then, cool. So he's not. It's like totally bugging out. Oh, I'm not synchronizing the water level. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, that's a problem. All right. So the water level needs to be synchronized or else none of this works. So let's stop what I'm doing and go back to the ground script, which is somewhere else. Ground script. Where did I put it? It's under the map. Ground. That's, oh, it was right in front of me. Okay. So how am I going to do that? I don't have a synchronizer yet. I'm going to try to just put one here and we'll call it ground synchronizer. And then I'm going to just synchronize the position and just hope it works. Do we need to do it at spawn? No. And we need to do it when it changes, but all right, we'll just try this. So, okay, so that's working. Let's just wait for it to get through some of the guys there. Okay, so you see there's some green there. And then we'll join, and it is correct, but it's not. I'm not applying it or something. Yeah, you're right. I can just move the jewel a lot closer for testing. I'm just being lazy about it. So that's weird that it's not detecting I'm on the ground. Yeah, it's definitely not synchronizing properly. I mean, kinda is. I mean, it's pretty close. Oh man, why isn't that working? Let's move this to a physics process. I don't know why I put it in process. And just hope that that worked better. Is it the same? It's off. It's off ever so slightly. I think I'm gonna have to redo some of my collision or some of my rigid bodies on this. So this side is working fine because this is our server side, but this side is not synchronizing it very accurately, which is weird. Should be. Oh, is it because I need to? I am spawning it. I am spawning it. Maybe I need to move it outside of it. Yeah, maybe let's put it up here. I don't know. I don't know why that's. I just expected that to work. Let me see if I can just come and select the. Maybe it's this. We'll just try this, and then I'm gonna select position, and then we're just gonna delete that. Wait, what just happened? All right, I'm not paying attention. What just happened? So I selected ground, hit OK, position. Was I synchronizing the map? Was I moving it? That was weird. Hold on. Okay, I'm a little confused by what just happened. Yeah, it's off. It is definitely off. Wait. No, that's perfect now. Yeah, okay. So I just messed something up. Wait for it now. Okay. Oh, thank God. All right. I was synchronizing the wrong thing. Cool. So our water is synchronized now. And you suggested that I should move the jewel. Well, yeah, I should move the jewel, or I should just stop the map. Let's just duplicate it. And we'll just put it right over here. Let's put it over here. All right, so let's try it on this guy. So where were we? What was I trying to do? So let's go back to the jewel script. And I was trying to get the on body entered check to make sure that was working. Okay, so once the player, this only should show up once, and let's see if that is working as expected. Get over there really quick. So this guy gets in it. Charging core hit twice, so it didn't work. Oh no, it printed it twice for each client. So that's fine. Because I can use that to show animations and stuff later on if I want. And to prove that player, let's give him a network ID. Let's print out our network ID so we have an idea. Okay. Multiplayer dot get unique ID energy level, and then we'll just print out those things. So player blah charging from core, and I think that's not going to work because it's going to just select the local player. Yeah, I didn't think that through. It's the bodies. It's this guy's network ID. So it's, let me just change that. Sorry. Name. Okay, now it should show the correct guy. So let's run this guy, this dude over there, or I lose the water level. Nice. Okay. Yes. All right. So that's just printing out on both clients because we're in multiplayer, and this collision will happen on the whatever all clients, which is fine. Okay. So I mean, I think we're gonna have to synchronize this, even though it's on the server. So you know, I should just make a check if authority. I don't think we need this to run. We don't need this to run on all the clients because I'm not doing any animation with it, but we could do something at that point, but I don't think I'm going to do that. All right, so how is this charge mechanic going to work? I think what we'll do is when you enter in, you start charging, and if you haven't left in 3 seconds, or maybe I'll make the energy level map to the time that you get to the time that it will take to charge. If you haven't left, then you're good to go. So let's, I mean, is that the best way to do that? So yeah, okay, so let me just try it. Body area exited, body exited, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that, and then do that. Okay, so let's say when they exit, we player and player if power core spent. Okay, and not spent. Okay, so player charging equals null if you exit, and that means if we do await get tree timer, and then we set it to energy level. Let's just do that for now. So after 1 second, if you're still there, then you will get the, so we'll do if player charging, then you get the energy. So charge or add energy, and then we'll just say energy level or energy. It shouldn't be energy level, it should be energy amount. And this is going to be a to do, and we will print player received, player somebody received energy amount, energy this much, receive blah energy. Let's do it in braces. I keep forgetting to put the little S's next to them. Player blah received energy, and then let's do a little array here. Name, we could, yeah, let's do that, and then energy level, energy amount. Okay. All right, so player got the energy. If he left after the second, then he didn't get it. So let me try that. Am I missing something? If I go in and leave, he didn't get it. But if I go in and stay, he got the energy. Perfect. That worked exactly how I expected. And let's do another test with the other player really quickly. Nice. And he can't receive that energy because it's spent. So I'm going to have to do like a color code, or change color once core is spent. So this is great. So this is how we mark player left core area. If they leave too early, I think I can do this. If player leaves too early, they won't see energy. Somehow we need to like mark how much energy it's worth or something like that. Like maybe we'll make them larger. I think we'll just do that. Make size cores based on energy amount. So if you see a really, or color code them. I think color code would be better. Size and color, maybe. Size, color, cores based on energy amount. Okay. All right, so now we need to add, well, we need to synchronize. Well, I don't think I need to synchronize this because this is only happening on the authority. So if you get to, doesn't matter, you know, for this game jam, probably not. We can remove it or just make it fall to the ground or something. Yeah, I don't think I need to mess around with that. I think if you go to a Joule and you're not charging, maybe we have a notification that says charging. Yeah, let's do that while we're here. Let's just do that. How do we do that? Let's add a label 3D, and then we'll just say, we can also put the charge amount in here, but I didn't really want to do that. Charging. And I think we need to do a billboard. Where's billboard? Where is it? No. All right. So if we'll start it off not visible. And if a player gets in here, let's grab a reference to it. I always find a way to mess up the label text. And I think I'm doing it again. Let's just make it visible. I think I might have to do a call deferred. That worked exactly as I had hoped it would work. And I think instead of setting it visible, I think what I can do is set it to spent. If I can get to it. Nice. All right, so that one's not, can't get to that one anymore. Let's see if this one works. Got it. So while we're here, we need to get the energy to the player. So let's get full circle on this, and let's see. I don't have an energy component, and I should make one. I should make an energy component instead of just adding it here. So let's go down to scenes, and I have a where am I putting the, oh, it's up here. Okay. So player attributes, let's do energy. Let's create a new scene, call it energy. And we're gonna just do it doesn't need to be anything. It can just be a node because we're just tracking something, right? So we can just call an energy scene, and we're gonna create a script. Just gonna call it energy because I don't have time to think about it too much. And we'll just open that. Should probably call it player energy or something like that. And the attribute, we'll just name this class name energy, and we'll have a variable called energy level that we track. And I think we'll just make this int just to keep it easy. We'll start at 0. Oops. And I think what I can do is how do I want to do that? Add energy. And we're just going to say G level energy, and then we'll have some flags like max energy equals 100 or something. This probably should be a constant. And then I don't know if this is where I want to put this, so I'm not going to actually do that here. I think maybe we need to have a flag that's like max energy reached. then we'll just say if, no, we'll just say return energy level equal to 100, whatever. No, we'll say greater than or equal to 100. This will probably get moved. This will probably get moved somewhere else. Not sure. I might move this to like an auto load. We'll just see. And then over in our player, let's add another export var for energy, and then we'll give it an energy object, and there it is. And let's add that there, and then there. And I want to commit this really quick so that I don't lose my status. Let me just move this over here. We should probably capture this, so let me just, all right. So I've got that staged. Okay, so we have our energy, and we can say that when, what is it? The joule, no, energy, no, joule. What was it? Yeah. Our player, we say player body dot energy, and then we'll just say add. I think that's how I was doing it. Yeah, we'll just assume that we have energy here. I don't really have time. So then we're adding the energy, and players charging from player received from energy. I don't know if I want to put this there. I want to put this in the actual energy. Yeah, let's do it there. And we're gonna have to say parent, get parent name, and then energy amount. And oh yeah, so player received energy, total energy now has, and then we'll just put another debug point in here, and then we'll say energy level. Okay, so add energy is an energy object which is established that our joule will just grab a reference to, probably make this a function. What was I doing before? Yeah, I could probably make it a function, but that's okay. We'll just do it this way, and he's going to add the energy. He's going to grab the energy object, and then he's going to call that with the energy amount. And then now our player has that much energy, and then we also need to synchronize it. Well, let's get back to that. Let's just make sure I got it working. Charging, player received energy. Now, awesome. So now that is working. So that core is spent. Great. All right. So that's working. Let's now replicate it. And we're going to do, see if I can just select it, energy, and I'm not exporting it. So let's try to export it and see if that allows me to have access to it. Go back to the player, go back to the property, select energy level, and yeah, let's just do it on change. I don't think we always need to do that. And I should probably try. So I'm tracking health right now, and maybe we don't have health in this game. Maybe this game, you know, it doesn't need health. You know, I had it early in an early version of the demo. And hey, what's going on? Thanks for dropping by. So I had it health being discounted or discounted. you know, a hurt box and health kind of setup where you could take damage. I'm not sure we're gonna do that anymore. I think we're gonna just use energy levels now. Um, so like punching and all that stuff doesn't really have an effect. So like right now, we go back into our game and we drop back in. You know, you can punch the guy and take his health away, but I don't have a use for that right now. So maybe we'll come back to that later. Oh, this needs to get synchronized as well. That didn't work either. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave the health there because I don't think it's gonna interfere with anything in case I want to add that mechanic back in. And now I need to add a display for energy. And I think just to make this quick, I'm not gonna do another. I'm not gonna do an energy bar. I'm just gonna make another text label. What am I making? So the idea here is this is a game jam. I don't know if you're aware that I'm participating kind of in Kenny's game jam, and his theme is connection. So I guess I'm making a multiplayer game where everybody has to run around and charge up their energy core, and they all have a limited amount of time because the water level is raising. And if you get hit by the water, so you have to come over these things and charge. See the water levels rising, and you have to use these like bombs to propel yourself in the case of an emergency, or if you want to throw it at a player and have them like launched off the platforms, you can do that as well. So the goal is to like charge up all the cores, and they're going to be in like difficult spots. Let me just select this, like way out there. There's one over there, and you have to just, as the water level's rising up slowly, you have to build your energy level, and then eventually there's like a place at the top maybe that everybody's gonna work their way towards, and I think I'm gonna have like a final barrier there where you have to basically spend your energy to get into that area, and then the first person to make it there is with the winner. And yeah, I'll make some adjustments to all that, but that's like the basic gist. And I guess the connection theme here is really just we're all in the same world, and I think that the water level is kind of like makes us all feel that same pressure to get to the top of the map. And I think I'm gonna have like a center core, not this. I think maybe we'll have this just as like what I started out with yesterday, just to get some assets into the game. And yeah, I think that's kind of the game. So I'm not really sure exactly where I'm going to take it, but these are the generic mechanics I'm going to have for now. Yeah, so I think it'll be fun. I think it'll give some pressure, and I also think like to stay with the connection theme, when you hit the players with your this little bomb thing, it should move them like how it just launched me there. I gotta fix the mechanic with it. It's not working as expected. It should just kind of like, I'm not sure why it only moves me a little bit when I'm launching it this way, but then yeah, it's just my vector math is bad with it. So I gotta fix that. But anyways, yeah, so you use these little things, and then I think if you hit them, you can like steal their energy. So I guess you can be connected in a way there. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of fudge the connection thing a little bit. And there's the water level reaching the top of this. So, and like if you had to get somewhere really quickly, you could launch a bomb defensively to launch you to like the next platform. So I thought that would be a cool thing. So at this point, the game would be over because everybody's dead because the water kills you. So that's what I'm working towards. So I have this health label, which I'm probably going to just shut off for now. And I'm going to use, we're going to create another label and call it energy label. And we're not going to really do PvP health and damage right now. So I'm just going to leave that alone. And if we go back to our script, yeah, I think that's the game. I'll update health label. So let's just do a energy label upkeep. And I'll just stick it down here. And we'll just monitor the, just gonna copy this. I think I have a health label, yeah. And then we'll just highlight that, drag that over, and energy label. Energy, yeah. And we'll just update this and then update energy. All right. Energy get health. That's not a thing. I think it's just gonna be energy level. And I think I made it an int. So yeah, I think that's what we want. Oh, do I have the correct theme? Oh yeah, this needs to be a billboard. And then so that other players can see it. Did I mark it? Yeah, enabled. And I have oh, I guess I can't apply a theme to this. All right, whatever. Let's go get an energy core. Oh, it's at the bottom. It's on my feet. I don't have time. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Look at that. I went to 1. Awesome. All right. Easy peasy. All right. 3D transform. I think we should default it to 0. The default labels look really nice. Whoops. Enter world. Yeah. And then if I come over here, charging 1. All right. So that one's spent. And let's see if I can launch myself up. Obviously, this isn't how it would work for real. Come on. Charging 2. Cool. Wait, I didn't think I'd be able to jump back and forth from there. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that. That is not cool. That was supposed to be difficult. Didn't test it. I think I got distracted earlier. Yeah. So this is gonna be a like a risk versus reward type area where if you want to get this one, you have to use that little bomb mechanic that I was just showing you, that jump bomb mechanic, to get back, because you're going to be skilled at this. Otherwise, because this is going to have a lot of energy, and I think you have to get to like 10 energy or something, I think, or 15 energy. What did I say it was at max? No, it's like 15. Let's just make it 15. And go back to the map 3D, and then we'll select this jewel, and then over the jewel we have the energy amount, and I'm going to make this 5. So that one's 5 and that one's 1. So this is just demo. This isn't exactly where we're going to have everything. I'm going to have a few more spread out amongst the area, and this is going to be like a match-based multiplayer game. So yeah, I think it's going to work nicely. All right, so I'm just working through the mechanics now, and then I'm going to finish out the map, and hopefully tomorrow, hopefully I can have all the mechanics and gameplay working today, and then tomorrow I need to focus on like uploading it. So I might actually upload it tonight just to see how that goes. And then tomorrow I can work on, tomorrow morning, I might just do a quick stream about balance. We're going to have to figure out how to make the game mechanics a little bit more balanced. Yeah, I think this is going well. I'm gonna take a little screenshot of my progress. Actually, let's get a guy in there. Let's actually get in the game. cool. It's got some evidence that I'm building it. What's going on? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Where did I leave off? Sorry, I was just like in the middle of the thing. Okay, so we got our, oh, I was just working on the player's charge level. Okay, so the charge area level. Okay. So I have these power cores that players go around and charge. We have the spike bombs, which I need to fix the explosion damage for that, or the velocities on that. I need to figure out a way to fix that. And then I have the yeah, I have that kind of working, and then I have the water level working. Oh, I needed to synchronize the no, I have that synchronized, right? I'm sorry, I'm thinking to myself. So energy label, am I replicating anything with that? I don't think I need to. All I need to do is replicate the energy, which I do, which means energy level should be replicated now across clients. Let me see. Let me just go over there really quick and see if this guy sees it. Yeah, he sees his, but let me make sure that this guy can see. Come on. Don't jump too high. Damn it. All right, well, while he's waiting, I'm going to run over here. Get it. 3, 4, 5. Got it. Look at that. And it's synced. Okay. So 5-second charge, because this is a 5-second energy core. So he got a lot of energy from that, this guy. And this guy only has 1. Now, right now, we'd both be dead in the real game. So it's like a race against time to get out of the water. All right. So I got my energy synchronized. I've got the, I guess was the status updated on both? Did you see spent on both? So many things you have to check. Let me just log back in. Yeah, that's not synchronized. So I don't see the text being synchronized. So let's synchronize our Joule text. Oh man, am I gonna be able to do that? I feel like that could be a problem. Let's just call it Joule synchronizer, because it shouldn't be called Joule. It should be called Energy Core, but I already named it and I don't feel like changing it. So bear with me on that. And we're gonna say the label text, maybe. Maybe we should just synchronize a text value. Because the energy will be fine, because that doesn't change. This core spent will need to be synchronized, which maybe that's how we just do it. If maybe I don't do it based on when it happens here, we just set the core spent, which I'm not actually setting. Can't believe I didn't set that. Core spent equals true, and then in our we'll do it in a physics process, because it doesn't need to go faster than that. And we'll say if we'll say power core spent, then we'll just change this label to say spent, and then that way we don't do it here. I had to add text there. All right, I think that might work. And then let's just synchronize the power core spent status. Man, I hope this works. I hope this works. Let's see if it errors. It's not giving me any errors yet. Let's see if this one gives me errors. Okay, it's not giving me errors yet. It didn't work. It didn't work. It worked on the host, but it didn't work on the client because this is running as an authority, but we're synchronizing true. And this should be running on all clients. Did I not synchronize it correctly? Full power core spent. Power core spent. Did I set it? I set it to true. Let's replicate on change. That way we don't overdo it. If power core is true, we're going to set the label to spent. And why isn't this? It should be synchronized because it is the authority side. Is this not running on the somehow not running on the it is? Sorry, I'm thinking about two different things. Just make sure that it's running on both clients. Yeah, it's running on both clients. All right, so I know it's running on both clients. Maybe the label doesn't have authority to run. Doesn't make sense. All right, I'll be right back. Stay tuned. And we're back. Just gonna stream for this session just a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna take a break, get some breakfast, and yeah. But let me just see if I can debug this issue. So my power core is not being synchronized as expected, which doesn't make any sense because we are replicating it. We are power core spent. If true. Very, very confusing why this isn't even showing on it's I don't even think it is it even showing on the, because the label should work client side. So let me just log in. I can just stand here. Yeah. It's just not showing the label at all. Why isn't it showing the label at all? So if, let me just put in some sample text. Let me just put in it should say, oh, look at that. It's hidden. So I'm being silly. All right. So let's just show the label so I don't have to mess around with visibility. And we're going to start the label out as empty. And then if the, let me see, how do I want to do this? We might have to just synchronize the text. So I think we'll just have to do that. So let's just synchronize core label. I have like my naming conventions are all over the place right now. So let's make that a string, and we're gonna, I did that wrong. Let's set that to nothing, and we're gonna synchronize core spent because I think that's still important. And then we're gonna also synchronize, let's export the label. And then we can track it that way. Let's try that. Label. Actually, I should call it text, not label. Or label text. And let's do this. Or label text. And down here, we're going to do, instead of this, instead of setting to visible, we're going to change the text to charging. And that'll be synchronized. And then we'll also synchronize it down here. Spent. And then that way we just set if charging label and yeah, just charging label core text equals that. Yeah, so now we're just updating the text of it, and we're not having to fuss around with visibility, because I think that's a little bit easier to manage. And power core spent gets true, and we use that check up here, which is synchronized, even though it doesn't need to be synchronized anymore. I'm still going to synchronize it, and I'm also going to synchronize this to, or set this replication to unchange. I don't know why it's way over here. Like, I need to put this panel somewhere else or something. I don't know. All right, so let me move this over here. Host game, join as host, and let's see. Can I see the label? No, nobody can see it right now. So if I'm player server, oh, look at that. It's synchronized spent. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Excellent. All right. So we can synchronize. Those were the two problems I was trying to narrow down, or trying to resolve, was showing the spent properties and, or the spent properties, the power core properties, and then synchronizing the energy levels, which we can see is working. And I don't think we need to show collision shapes anymore. we don't need to put that on anymore. So, all right. So let's see where we are on our list. So I guess I don't need to show that right now. So what's happening is, let me just pull this over. So we have this, so our water level is rising. We need to implement player, water kills player. We need to do that. So we have this done. We have that done. I mean, this is just kind of a thing. Bombs propel players. This does work, but it needs work. It needs some work. It needs some. I don't have two different things, and I don't have it stealing their energy, so we need to do that. Power cores are cast on an energy amount. We got that. As players gain charge, water level rises faster. No, we didn't do that. And power cores will be worth more. Oh wow, this is gonna have an unintended mechanic that I just thought of. So players can opt for the risky, for the high risk reward cores, which can knock out lower elevation players. So that's a cool little oversight that I didn't think of. So that'll be a fun gameplay mechanic. And then power cores will be worth more. Oh, this is just placement. Power core placement will be worth more. And you can skip ahead if you use the jump bomb mechanic to get back to safety. Power core placement in risky, hard to reach areas will be worth more. So this is just comments. I think maybe we'll just have assumptions. And then we can just move that there. I don't know if assumption is the right word. And these are more like game goals or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna must charge up energy along the way. Move that above it. And they're just kind of things. As players gain charge, water level rises faster. Okay. And then so we're pretty close. I need to kill off the player, but I kind of have that mechanic there. But we're gonna circle back to that. So we're able to charge cores at this point. That's these little cores down here. We see them when you're standing there and you stand there for the allotted time. It'll give you that charging amount for 5 seconds. So if it's like let me repeat that. If it's like a core worth 5 energy, it'll take 5 seconds to charge it. Now we may adjust that, and then once you're done, you get that energy. And at some point when you get to enough energy, then you need to race to the top to unlock the top and win. And now players can shoot the bomb at you to take away energy as like a mechanic. So I think we need to write that down. But using the bomb could cost energy, maybe. Let me say, if they hit a player, steal their energy. They do a really good job of organizing this. Probably should have used an app or something. I don't really use anything like that, so I'm not sure if there's a better way to organize this. So the hell did I just type? Weird function or something, or a integral. Okay, can be used both defensively to propel. Bombs can propel players. Let's just write this bombs to propel players. And then we'll just write this down here as like an assumption. Bombs, if they hit player, they still transfers energy. Transfers their energy to source player or throwing player. So we have like a short throw already. I don't have a long throw, so I'm just gonna mark that complete. And what was the other one? Can propel players, both self and others. So we have that working. And oh yeah, it has to drain energy. Hitting players transfer there. Let me rewrite this. Hitting players transfers their energy to throwing. Hitting players with bombs. They're not bombs, but we'll think of another word for it. With bombs transfers their energy to throwing players. All right. Great. All right. So I think this is a good place to end the stream for now. I plan on coming back very shortly to do a follow-up to wrap up the basic game mechanics. So we'll look at that soon. And let me just go have some fun with this guy really quick. Can't get up there. Come on. Come on. Jump up. Let me just do this. I'm trying to take a screenshot. A little fun screenshot. There's one for charging or spent. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Because the water's crushing me. That's cool. All right, I'm really bad at taking. I need to slow down the water mechanic so I can get a good screenshot. Position. Let's just not. Let's just pass. Let's just pass on that for now. Oh, I need to change the charging. Not say charging once you've got it. Wait, why is it still rising? Oh, I probably put it in the wrong spot. Let's see if I now that I just saw that error, I want to fix it. And then I'm gonna wrap this stream up. So if you leave, we need to put it, if you leave the area, and the core is spent, if power core is spent, if you exit it and the power core is not spent, then we just we have to reset it back to nothing. And then this still goes to null. I think, let's double check that. Let's double check that I didn't mess up that mechanic. Okay, so we come over here. Let me make sure that this is also. So we come near it, charging. Look at that, spent. Okay, I should have checked it before I left. This game's actually pretty hard. Imagine if the water level was rising up. Okay, so let's watch from there. And let's get on this level here. Now leave it. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I want. See if I can get launched up. Boom. Oh, come on. Punch me up. There we go. Oh, doubled. I still don't have that mechanic working. All right, well, this guy's here, so let's just go over to there. And let's make sure that I can see that. Okay. We're going to test this one out. Nope, he's not looking at the right one there. Okay, so now I can just watch it from there. And if we go over here, charging. Oh, it didn't reset. I don't think that worked I think there's a bug there. Player leaves it. Charging is going to be null. We should probably just mark this first. We should set this core. So if you leave it at any time, it goes to null. And then it's not spent. And if the player it's null, then yeah. Oh, I think I still need to synchronize the ID network. I think because it should be authority. Yeah, that should be all right. Maybe it was working. Let's change the other jewel on the map really quick before I get out of here. Let's change it to 5. Let's try it. All right, so this guy's gonna watch there, and now this guy's gonna go and try to charge. It says charging, and it's not charging. So I'm not in it. So it's gonna take 5 seconds. So charging. See, that's broke. That's definitely broke. So, oh, I know what's happening. Because I went back in, this hasn't fired yet. So I went back in. It needs to cancel it. So it needs to, yeah, like persistent. So it's like I need a stayed property, right? How else would I do that? Like if you leave and come back, we need to be able to detect that. And not just this. So like stayed the full time. How would I do that other than just creating a like stayed? Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. I'm basically gonna wrap up this stream any minute. I'm just trying to debug this last little problem, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take a little break, get some breakfast, and just get some break. Then I'm gonna come back and stream the rest of the day as much as possible until I can't anymore. But I just ran into a bug really quick, and I'm just trying to think like, I guess if you leave, can you cancel? If the timer, can you cancel a timer? I guess you could. Yeah, it's fun. It's always a blast, right? So I think timer does return a timer. I don't know if I want to do that work right now. Guess I could do it that way, and then just cancel the timer. Like if I do charge timer, and if we set it to, I don't know, I've never done this. I think I can do this. Charge timer. I've never heard of that. Let's see. So here's my timer, and can I cancel a timer? Cancel. What is cancel free? Can you cancel it? Time left is going to be interesting. Pretty sure you can do this. It's probably the better way to do it. It's definitely going to be the better way to do it because if you leave and come back, yeah, I need to Google this for a second. Oh, can I just stop it? You stop timers? I don't have a signal. I'm doing it locally in the code here, right here. So I think is this scene tree timer? Um, so I guess it would be if it's not spent, you would, and if it's not spent, and this is getting annoying. So if it wasn't spent and we're gonna set that label, I'm not gonna even put that check into the same thing. I'm just gonna make it separate. If charge timer exists, and is it timeout? I wonder if there's a way to. I don't know. I don't know enough about timers yet. You do this. I don't know if I can do that. I don't even know if that makes sense. Let's see how bad I mess this up. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it's right. Yeah. Okay. Where is it blowing up? What? Yeah, there's no stop. I don't know why that there's a time left. Yeah, this is pretty emitted when the timer reaches 0. How do you kill it? You kill. Yeah, I liked your detached signal, but I'm not doing it in that manner. Let's see. Timer, I could do. Oh, I'm not getting the right object. This is a scene tree timer. So I don't think I guess I can try to get the underlying timer. Maybe. Can I get the underlying timer? You get the timer? Can you get timer? I don't think you can. Yeah. Don't know if, where is this? This is the jewel. Yeah, maybe I'll just use a signaled version. Think I can kill that. Let's just call it core charge timer, and it is going to be a one shot. And let's just play around with that for a second. Can I do stop? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this differently. I'm gonna refactor this really quick. On core charge complete. We're gonna call this instead. We're gonna say, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. I think we're gonna just copy this stuff. Oh, I'm supposed to keep this comment with it. And I'm not going to be able to do it that way, but I think I have access to the body that way, so I think that should work. So we'll mark the thing as spent, and let's just try this. I think I can do timeout. Oh, no, don't do that. Disconnect that. Pick. All right, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so if you leave and like, okay, so if you leave it, the player charging goes to null, and that's fine. But if the core isn't spent, so if it's not spent, the timer's got to stop. So we got to stop it. So we also need to kick it off here, right? So I thought I grabbed it. Start. And the time is energy amount. And then if it's or this is authority. Okay. So if the core is not spent and you left it, you're not going to be able to just walk away and then come back in. We're going to stop that timer and you're not going to be able to do it. And core is going to remain false and nothing's going to happen. Let's try it. I think your detach the signal thing was in the right direction. I think we just stopped the timer. And I think I updated this joule to 5 seconds, so we should be able to see that. So let me just jump over there, charging, walk away. So that worked. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna walk away. 4, 5. If I come back in, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm not getting it. This is working. This is working. And then let's try this guy. 1, 2, 3. Let's walk away. Okay. I think we got it. I think that was the fix. Okay. So let's charge it for real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. Nice. Cool. So now I have 5 core or energy points, and everybody can see that. Cool. All right. So that was a small little detour bug that is always going to happen and this kind of stuff. So now that I have that wrapped up, let me just say down here, if player left core area too early, reset timer to prevent them coming back in. I would say stop timer to prevent them coming back in while it was on a continuously running, coming back in on a continuously, I can't spell it, continuously running timer. I really don't want to spell that. Yeah, I think I got it. All right, so coming back on a continuously running timer. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Makes sense to me. All right, so sync player charging network ID. I don't think I need to do that. So we don't need to sync the player because everything is happening on authority side. How's this charger timer? Just random vars stuck in there. Let's move these up here. I don't think I need to synchronize the player charging. Well, I can't. I don't think we can synchronize, but I would have to synchronize the network ID. I don't think we need to do that just yet, unless I start needing to act on it on the other client, because everything that we need is being synchronized already. So I think we're good there. I'm just gonna say may not need to do this. Yeah. Thanks for watching. And you guys, like, you know, drop by the Discord or leave a comment and let me know, or however you want to get in touch with me. Like, just maybe not here because I'm not gonna track this, but you know, let me know what kind of videos you want to see. And I don't really have anything in the works yet. I'm looking at doing another video on a service for like a P2P service, like a custom this like company, some service out there has this like way to do P2P hosting, and I think they have their own synchronization solution. So I might be looking into them, and I think they have some support for database. So I think that might be what I'm doing next, but that's going to be probably a couple weeks before I get to that. But yeah, let's see. I think I just wanted to wrap up for this session and come back, and then I was taking a screenshot and then it broke the game. I found a bug. So I guess the lesson here is to, you know, take screenshots so you can find bugs. But yeah, I just want to get like a nice screenshot of this charging right now. If I can do this without it going away. There. And I'll make that our thumbnail for the next stream session. So keep an eye out, guys. I'm gonna drop out. I need to eat. I haven't eaten yet, and I've been on stream for a little over 2 hours. I know I'm a stream baby. So I'm going to log out and I will be back shortly. So if you want to see how this progresses, I've got a lot more stuff on the way for today, and probably finish most of it today and do some more level building later on as my mind starts to go. And let's see. Yeah. I think this is the last 2 big mechanics that I have to do. This one I already have done. I just need to make it go longer, and I need to fix the bomb a little bit. But yeah, I think we're getting close. And then, oh, I guess one last thing is final what do you want to call it, like goal area or something? Final barrier area. I need to do that, and I might just do the similar to charge mechanic. Yeah. All right. So I'll probably do that and wrap that up today, and then we'll finish out the levels later on. So I'll probably do a couple more streams today. All right. Thanks, guys, and I will catch you later.